So I gave this another try, and for those of you who aren't friends with me on Facebook, I have struggled for a couple of years with hard-boiled eggs, peeling them. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I used to be so good at this. Like, people would be like, Cassie, we're having a blah, blah, blah. Could you bring deviled eggs? Because my deviled eggs are really good. And I used to pride myself on how beautifully peeled the eggs were. They were whole. They weren't all choppy. My eggs anymore are just embarrassing. Last week, I boiled some eggs. And when I peeled them, they look like this. And that was even with the use of a little egg poker dealie. I really thought this was going to be the game changer. A little $9 gadget, pokes a little hole in the egg, supposed to make it so that it's easy to peel. It didn't work. I got on Facebook and I literally told people who suggested the egg poker that they could kindly shove it up their buttholes. Just like the last time that I shared my boiled eggs on Facebook, this time they all came back at me with suggestions. One suggestion that probably 30% of the people agreed with was to cook them in an Instant Pot. I priced Instant Pots. That's not worth it to me. I will never use it for anything else. I'm trying to get away from cooking. Honestly, I'm not going to spend $100, $120 on something to boil an egg. I used to be able to boil an egg that would peel just fine. I don't need an Instant Pot to make that happen. So the Instant Pot is a no. I went through the comments and I found some of the most popular ones were use old eggs, which I typically do. Start with cold water, bring it to a boil, let it sit 8 to 10 minutes. Some people were at 15, and then put them in, then get them in cold water and ice. That is my typical go-to. So now I have not only poked my eggs, used old eggs, started the water cold, brought it to a boil, took it off the heat for 8 minutes, immediately put them into an ice bath. I also added baking soda to my water. A couple people said baking soda. I brought all those things to the table. This is what I'm left with. Ugly eggs. Leprosy laden eggs. Why? Why? I was taking it personally. I was even throwing eggs across the room. I was inventing cuss words. I was getting so angry. I mean, look at this poor little guy. He's only got that left, really. It's a mohawk. He has a mohawk of his outer skin. The only thing that's underneath what's left is yolk. Speaking of yolks, this one's pretty funny too. And this guy, and you think I'd get a perfect one? And I probably could have had a perfect one with this. But that's where I poked it and it busted out of the shell there. And so when I went to peel it, it just broke off. Otherwise, this is probably the most intact one. Yeah, I'm gonna just chop these up in salads this week or stick them in my lunch, but that's a lot of waste. Look, you can almost even see the yolk in there. Why have eggs changed? Why? I don't know. To take it even further, after the first couple weren't peeling so well, I had a couple of suggestions to peel them under a stream of water. I did that. It still didn't work. And my aunt suggested getting under the membrane. I do get under the membrane and it just falls apart. There has to be a better way. There has to be a better way to get beautiful eggs. Has anybody tried to bake eggs? I've seen a suggestion, something, maybe it was on Pinterest years ago, where you could put eggs in like little muffin tins and then bake them. Maybe I should look up that recipe. So there's those eggs. Those ones from last week, I just doubled the hell out of them. I just didn't. And then I forgot about them. And then like everybody ate them but me. So these are mine for my salads. I realize that there are bigger problems in the world to solve than peeling a good hard-boiled egg, but in my little bubble, maybe check off something I don't have to be angry about anymore, because I'm angry. I'm angry, I'm pissed. I used to have this. This used to be my thing. It was like a superpower. Now it's worthless. It's worthless. I'm worthless. My eggs are worthless. Nobody's ever want to come to my picnics. I don't care if you suggest below how you boil your eggs. Look, whatever. I'm over it at this point. I am not investing in an Instant Pot. I am, I'm not going to swear off boiled eggs. I just want a perfect egg to chop up and put in my salad. I said it. Little things in this world bother me, and that's one of them. It is past my bedtime. I'm cranky. I'm gonna go take a Tylenol PM and